Get ready to thrill, come on and chill, at Sports Grill on OB Radio FM. Burgers sizzling, drinks so cool, we've got the vibe, you'll love the fuel. Cheer for your team, with friends so near, Sports Grill, the place for game time cheer. So grab a seat, and join the fun, Sports Grill on OB, number 1. Taste the victory, feel the thrill, at Sports Grill on OB Radio FM. It's the real deal.
All right. So Chelsea surprised everybody by winning 5-1 against the West Ham United. Same way Tottenham shocked all of us with the whole Man City saga. And don't forget, this is OB Radio Captain Without Tracing, and you're listening live here on our show. This is another wonderful and a fantastic episode on Sports Grill, where we give you very up-to-date news. We also host banters here, and we also give guests the opportunities of featuring on our shows. For example, you can see I have a wonderful person here with me, but most of all these formalities, we'll have to skip them after we come back from this very short commercial. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Welcome back. I've been telling people that Arsenal, in particular, Gyökeres, he's going to do so well. And then with the way he has been moving lately, he has not surprised me, or he has not disappointed me, rather in any way, because of his debut game. He tried, he delivered excellently, and then judging from the last game which they played against Leeds, he scored about 2 goals, and that for me is a very good start for somebody who just happened to just sign into the team. All right. So with me here, I have Mr. Origi, or MC Origi himself. MC Origi, how have you been doing? What's been happening?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here this morning.
All right. So we've heard from MC Origi that he's glad to be here. Yes, obviously, anybody that happens to be in our studio will always be excited. So, so many things happen. You know why I don't want to talk to you? You guys are lost. You guys have not been making me happy these days.
I don't know.
Like,
lost.
No. What is 1 point? Why?
It's better than.
It's not better than, because okay. Your debut game, the second one you guys came, was it draw or something?
Yes, we got it.
Then now this one draw. People are not doing anything. What's happening to your team now?
Well, let's say that we are starting from the small to big. You're starting small.
So when are we supposed to expect some action?
Yeah. Well, let's see when the game. All right. I would say that let's expect more from the Man U side. Expect more
from who are we particularly now having this expectation? Who are we supposed to, pour this expectation or this whole thing? Who is the person that you're hoping on?
All our players are very good players, but the league just started, and then they need time to be able to cope. Not everything does not have the same team spirit. For the Man U side, I believe that with time they are going to blend, and we've got a lot of very good players in the team.
Okay, when you say very good players, you know that Rashford is no longer on your team
Yeah,
for
of
now.
course, of
Was
course.
that even really a loan? Was it a direct loan, or they just played like a sell clause on him or something?
I didn't really get the real information about this whole deal about
Okay.
Rashford. I'm going to study that, but for now, it's not with us. It's with Barca, so that's what is important.
Hmm. See, Arsenal, the way they are moving, I think they might actually have a chance, or they can just stand a chance of winning. You know, winning Premier League, especially the Premier League in particular. Here with Manchester City, even though they disappointed me, I Tottenham, and Tottenham has been doing that. There's this surprise that I
Of
get.
course,
You
I
know
feel
why?
that
Because
same surprise.
Son is no longer on the team. So how come they still have that momentum and they are still delivering? So it's something that we have to look into.
Yeah,
And
for Tottenham, I think they had a very good replacement for Son. Kudus.
okay, kudos. Yes,
A
yes, yes, yes,
very
yes,
good
yes, yes,
replacement, and
yes,
then
yes.
I think some energy into the game.
And also talking about Son, yeah, you know that he has also been delivering for LAFC. You know, when his debut game he scored, and I think there's one that they played was it 1-1 or so. He was one that even scored the particular. So Son also on the other hand, he has been representing. So, but that LAFC, I feel he kind of hidden there because the Premier League for somebody like Son, the Premier League seems to be like Europe seems to be like the motherland of this whole.
it's a very competitive league.
Yes.
I understand what you're talking about. Our son has played his best in the Premiership, and at some point in the life of every footballer, they will need to change environment. I think that's what informed his decision to move to LAFC. But I think that for us here in Africa, especially in Nigeria,
Yeah.
our attention seems to be more focused on the Premiership. But I don't think that playing at LAFC
Okay.
would make him hide, like you put it. He's still a footballer. Other countries they still see him.
All right. So there's this news about Victor Boniface that SC Milan they have decided not to sign him because of some medical reports and also following an instruction from his doctor about the medical examination. So after his medical test at AC Milan, what the hell? What could actually cause this? Because this deal has already been signed. Everything, the papers were already worked and everything. So it was just his medicals. So his medical, he could not pass the medical. So what? And they've not given us like a proper, full detailed information on why. But AC Milan have just said that they are not going to be continuing with the deal. Do you think this is going to affect Victor? What's his name? Boniface, rather, in any way?
I think it's going to affect him somehow. His spirit will be dampened as a footballer. You've already made up your mind that you've signed a deal, and then there's this negative information coming to affect that mindset. So I think that
Could there be a possible reason why he was not that he could not pass the medical phase, the medical test? Regardless of anything, after they talk about the money with you and they sign the contract with your agent, whatever, before you begin to play or before you go into training, you have to pass the medical. And for a while, I've actually never heard somebody that ever heard about anybody that they finished the contract deal, paid money, and then do medicals, people to pass medical. That means it's something that it doesn't happen so often. So why?
I've not
What
heard
could
that
actually be
for
what could
quite
actually
some
be the
time.
cause?
All right, I can explain that in two
Okay,
perspectives. One, I would say that the AC Milan team has been existing for a long time. They've signed very quality players,
Yeah.
and so probably the doctors have seen something that we are not seeing. And as a team, probably there are, you know, doctors who are professionals are giving them that advice not to go ahead. But I think there's this conspiracy theory
Okay.
that I'm bringing in here
Okay.
about African players. I got the issue of Osimhen trying to sign a club and having issues, and then Lookman trying to have issues with signing a club, and then Boniface. So, from my conspiracy theory, I could say that uh, is trying to bring African players down. That's my conspiracy theory. I would
Like,
say that.
are you saying it's something that the doctors do intentionally? Because if you're pinpointing that there's something you said that they're trying to bring African players down, is it is it something that they intentionally want to do, or there might be a possible cause, or is it that he went for the medicals and then they didn't see anything and they're just saying no? They are now giving a negative report. Is that what you're?
Okay, that's why I'm giving
that's
two aspects of my
okay.
analysis. On
Okay.
one hand, I could say that they are professionals doing their job,
Okay.
and they've probably seen what we as unprofessionals, let me put that way.
Okay.
So we have to give it to them. But on the other hand, I can say that because of what I've observed, African origin, when they get to the top, there is this issue coming up to bring them down. I think it's
So what kind
it's
of issues?
issues of disagreement in contract, issue of medical issues that, for me, I would say is not supposed to come up, because this guy has been playing in Bayer Leverkusen, he has been
Okay.
delivering, and all of a sudden he's moving to AC Milan and he's having issues. I don't know when did the issue come up that the doctors in Leverkusen didn't discover. So that's what informed my other side of the story.
Okay. So literally, we're now focusing on the fact that he has been in
Yes, he has
Leverkusen
been in
and he has been
Leverkusen.
playing.
Yes, playing, doing what he's supposed to do, delivering them when he's supposed to deliver them. Then, just within few months of,
But you do realize that they only conduct like medicals probably
yes,
like only that time when you're about to enter into the club, when you're signing.
yes,
So we're basically okay. If he had already done medicals at Leverkusen,
yeah,
that would have been like 2 3 years ago now. So if he's now doing a new medical and now they are now seeing something different, don't you think that they might actually have been a change from his end? Or how about we have to wait properly to verify the story and also get an informed detail about what is it that they saw in that medical report? Because medical is part of their whole formality and everything, because they have to be sure that whoever they are paying this money is actually physically fit
yes,
and
of
can
course.
actually deliver. So if the doctors, because like you said, he's not the first quality player that they're signing. So
Yeah,
they've literally had other players, where other quality players also in their club. Because we're talking about AC Milan here now.
yeah,
AC
of
Milan is
course,
not a relegation team
of
now.
course.
So
It's the big side.
obviously, if the doctor said they've seen something and he's not able to pass their medical, then there must genuinely be a very, very good reason. Talking about other people, we also have talking about Nigerian players. Nkuku has so many interests from he has interest from Tottenham, he has from Manchester United, and Galatasaray, also Bayern Munich. So hopefully we are praying that either of them actually tries to sign him, because he's been a good guy and he has been playing. There's this guy I noticed, Cassidy. Was it Casedo? I mean
No,
Cassidy.
the Chelsea guy.
Chelsea guy.
The
That
Chelsea
guy's
guy,
play was
Casedo.
very Casedo, yeah.
Casedo.
That guy's play was very, very excellent, especially his goal. Did you see the crossing that he did?
Yeah, I saw the cross.
But you watched the game, right?
Yes,
5-1. I was
yes, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. The game I saw.
personally, I never expected that from Chelsea, because I was even present when he scored that goal. I was like at a location to like having this whole snooker kind of thing.
Yeah.
So in fact, because of that game, I actually did not put my ball. And I was like, because I didn't see it coming, especially that his goal. I was like, God, this guy is. But how come we don't hear about him so often? Is it that he has not been playing so well or something? Or am I just the only one who is so excited about?
Um, Caicedo is a very good player. He has been consistent over time. If you look at the kind of amount that was used to
sign him,
kind of
yes,
money,
yes.
they brought to sign him, you will know how quality he is as a footballer. And then for me, he has been delivering. I saw one of his past goals almost at the middle. It's an highlight Premiership, scoring almost at the middle from there, he took the ball inside of the net. So Caicedo has been a very good player.
Especially that his goal. I'm always factoring on his goal
Yeah.
because the way he laid that crossing was like even a keeper that has been keeping for quite a while, with the way the crossing was and the forward was very, very, very,
Because
very,
he's known
very,
to score
very
excellent goals like that.
Caicedo.
Yeah, very wonderful goals.
You've known him for a while.
Yeah,
Can you give me like a breakdown of like his past performance in probably like the club that he was at before? Because I'll be very honest with you. I actually took notice of that guy after he scored that goal, and I was like, "Who's this person?" So I had to like do some research, but I've not checked his statistics very, very, very well. So his past club, what club was he at?
Brighton. He was signed from Brighton, and he's been playing very well. I've watched him not only in terms of club football in his home country Ecuador. He has been doing very well, delivering for his country and all that. So I can say that that player is what the money that was used to buy him. Yeah, is worth the money.
Okay, all right. So this is still Sports Grill, my people, and right here, I was caught up with the whole conversation about Caicedo and Arsenal making me proud because I was very, very proud. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I can tell you for a fact that I was proud. You know why I don't talk about Real Madrid so often? Because they always make me proud. So it has even become like a normal thing. Real Madrid is playing. I'm always expecting that there's a high probability they are going to win. So obviously we won. So I'm not going to talk about our winning so well. But Arsenal. The fact that you guys, okay, you're not an Arsenal fan. I have a friend that will always argue Arsenal. That guy is like a die-hard fan. Even if Arsenal loses, then the day Arsenal can't try win. Oh my god! You see Arsenal fans, you see,
Arsenal, Chelsea. I call them.
I don't see that in Manchester United fans a lot. That's why, apart from you. Manchester United fans don't say. But anyway, I know you guys are also hooked up in this lovely conversation that is going on in the studio here. But don't worry, we still are going to give you some more headlines, some more highlights on what's happening in the sports world. Don't forget, we've not touched other sports side. Yes, we always talk about boxing. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after this very, very short commercial. So welcome back from that short commercial, and this is still Sports Grill, talking about sports and talking about football. Alex Iwobi, he gave an assist for that Fulham's goal that they scored against Manchester United. People are making me to talk. I don't know why, but Manchester United, you're not making me proud. Even Arsenal, they are doing well. Like, why? You've not had any win this period. Why? Your past 3 matches, we're not seeing anything. Nothing is there now.
Well, just like I said the other time, some teams start good, some start poorly, but the end justifies the means. Let me put it that way.
The end justify the means.
Yeah.
But so are you the way you're giving us this motivation? That is it that as you guys are giving us this draw and losing, that the points are not adding up. What of the other ones that are winning and their own points are also adding up?
Yeah, it's the same thing I'm talking about. Like just for instance, we played a very good side, the Arsenal team. So if you look at that game, we played very well. And the second is actually 2 games we played in the Premiership.
Yeah.
We played Arsenal and then Fulham. For the Arsenal game, it was just I would say a mistake from the part of, I think for me, it's the goalkeeper and all that they scored. And then the Fulham game, although I was disappointed the fact that some of the chances that we missed first half would have been converted. Cunha supposed to score, he missed it, and we missed good chances. So I think that's contributed to the draw that we had. But in all, you can see that it is an improved Man U side that is probably going to carry the Premier League.
Even when you said it, you really sounding like
I'm saying it with all confidence. I'm saying that Man United will win the Premiership.
Man United
this time
will
around.
win the Premiership.
It's just a matter of time. Just wait and see as we unfold our skills.
All right, so we heard from you that a Man United. So, well.
No, you call me and
in all honesty, the people I'm even expecting to win the Premier League, it's like the likes of Arsenal. Like, I'm rooting for those people. I don't know why, but I just have this hope that Arsenal might shock us again. They like to do shocking things. They like to come when you don't expect.
What I call near success syndrome.
If you're talking about near success syndrome, then we should be talking about Manchester United in particular.
Well, at some point, if we go close to the trophy,
yes.
But
Arsenal has that near success syndrome. Yes, because it has happened about 2 times.
Yes.
2 times.
It just sometimes just a game deciding whether Arsenal will carry the day, but
and
at
they
the end of the day,
disappoint.
they flop
and that's one thing I like about Chelsea. Yeah. So Chelsea sometimes they might not get to the final, or they might not play to that point. We're looking at the quarterfinal, semi-final, but there's always a high probability that if Chelsea tries to make it to at least semi-final or final,
they are going to win.
We're looking at 50-50 that Chelsea might carry this thing.
I agree with you.
Yeah, and that makes for, in my own opinion, it makes for building fans' support and having that fans' trust.
Very important in the game of football.
Because that's World Cup that they carry, that Club World Cup.
Yes.
Me personally, I bet against Chelsea because I was even feeling like how Chelsea would take with PSG for Club World Cup. It was. I'm not going to say it was not possible because they've already made it possible, but it was not something that anybody would randomly just expect. Unless if you want to talk about that game, you're just saying it for But on a normal day, you're looking at PSG and Chelsea are playing, and they are trying to like carry a coffee. Yes, you're expecting that PSG to play now. And to be very honest, that day, PSG don't play game where PSG don't play like PSG.
No, at all. They don't play like that. Now, there's one thing about football, particularly to football analysts. There's something that we call on paper and the real play. Now, if you look at most teams, the odds favor a particular team that's on paper, but the actual game, you will see that it turns out to be different. So that's the game of football. Football is a game of possibilities. You think that you will win, and then when you get to the football pitch, then you understand that it's about who plays better wins the game. Converting your chances. That's what's important in football. Not about the names of the players on the pitch, but how they are able to convert their chances.
The name of but in essence, what we're actually factoring on now is that football is not about the odd and it's not about the news, it's about the actual play.
Thank you.
Because what influences that result is you actually passing to
Yes.
your opponent, rather your teammate rather.
Yes.
You passing to your teammate, and then your teammates passing to the other person, or
Yes,
dribbling,
and
and
converting the
that
chances.
like action
Yes.
is what determines
the ball
the
at the back
score.
of the net.
Yeah,
That's
and
what-
though there are things that actually determine that life action, they influence it, like player health,
Yes.
and also strategies, and also coaching.
Thank you very much. Yes, that's it.
yes.
The combination of all makes a team become victorious.
All right. So, but I say I don't like talking about everybody. It always make me very happy. So supporting Real is like supporting a cheat code. Because what am I now going to say? Mbappe scored and Vinicius Junior. So we delivered wonderfully well. When I even saw that game, I was even telling my guy, I might not even watch this game, but I know that we're going to win. And then we won 2-0. Real Madrid is. They don't stress me too much.
But nevertheless, football is a game of surprises.
No, football is a game of surprises, but my own team, they are not so keen on surprises like that. They don't surprise me so often.
There's always this bias when you support a particular team, like you support Real Madrid.
But we are having results. I don't have a problem with you supporting Man U because, like I told you earlier, like I used to have like a relative or an uncle that he was such a fan of Manchester United to the point that I knew so much about Man U that information that I was not supposed to. Yes. Without my permission, I had in the house we had magazines, these yearly magazines that Manchester United uses. Imagine somebody going to buy those things. The original, we had that like in the library. You see Manchester United cassettes from each year, what they play every year. We have their deal. So many information about Man U, and I'll be like, what the hell is that? Why are you so in love with this club? And the way he analyzes Manchester United, he doesn't talk about another club. He doesn't know anything about another team. So he just likes Manchester United. So I love Man U. But the reason I don't talk about you guys so often now is you guys are disappointing me now. Your debut, you did not do your debut game, you don't do anything. Your second one, you see this one now.
Don't worry, time will tell.
All right, so time will tell. And you are a diehard fan of Manchester United. I'm also a diehard fan of Real Madrid, but they don't stress me, so it's a good thing. And Vinicius Junior is full of surprises. Yeah, Vinicius Junior. So I don't talk about Mbappe so much because Mbappe is just like having Ronaldo on your team. So what are you now going to be saying? What are you now going to be talking about Mbappe? The only person I'm considering who might actually be influenced with Mbappe's presence in Real Madrid is Bellingham, because I'm just wondering how they're going to have 2 or 3 driving forces like that in that team. And see, this league, we're going to finish with because when I begin to calculate, we have Trent in that team. It is not Trent is there.
Is it not the same strength that you will have? Yes, you cannot win the Champions League.
Trent is there. Jude is there. Bellingham is there.
Forget this people were there when we lost games. So
all of these people were there when we lost game, but you know that just like you said,
yes.
But our own now we have results. You say we are coming from ground up.
The result is coming gradually.
That means us will say our result is coming because we are just winning 2-0. We're getting to the point of winning like 6-0, 5-1, 4-0, and you never can tell. We might even carry the lead.
Let's see how it goes.
Okay. All right. So, but were you surprised with the whole thing that Tottenham did to Manchester City?
You see, from the first game of Tottenham, I have seen some energy in the team. They've actually improved on the team. I saw the game, and then I'm not surprised that Tottenham, although playing against the star-studded Man City, it came as a surprise but when a team is consistent in their form, there's this possibility of winning even bigger teams. So that's what happened to Tottenham. So I see them winning other games, and then I see Tottenham competing for the trophy, the Premiership this time around. I am very confident about that if they are consistent. Some teams, like I said before, they start well, and then when the game proceed to certain level, they started doing badly because of injury and all that. But if they continue with this form, I'm certain that they are going to lift the brand this time around.
You're talking about Tottenham.
Yeah,
so
of course.
you're rooting that Tottenham might even lift the
With the
Premiership.
form that they started with, and the fact that they had to defeat.
Why are you not being a diehard fan of your own club and saying your own club is the club that is going to lift the Premiership?
Now,
why are you having two teams in mind?
For Man U, we are pressing hard because we are. For me, I'm pressing hard for Man U to do better. Man U, we win the trophy, but we will improve and get to the level that most teams don't expect us to get to.
So you, who is a fan of Man U, you don't believe that
it's just mind game anyway. It's just like asking a coach, can you win this match? I will do our best. My opponents are, but we can take everyone by surprise. So I'm just playing the mind game.
I don't want to be part of a club that I will not be so sure that at least, even though we don't end up carrying it, but you should have that belief, and that means you don't trust the
No, I trust. I don't want to be certain because everything is built around probability. So there is no certainty. So I'm just being influenced by that uncertainty to say that Man U may win the trophy. The same thing to Tottenham because of their form at the moment.
Okay.
Yes.
Now I understand what you're saying.
Yes.
We have a news here that Tottenham, because we're talking about Tottenham.
Yes.
But before I talk about this one, you know that my club's win, it was 3-0. It was not 2. Because I now remember that Mbappe did not score 1 goal, he scored 2 goals.
All right.
So Vinicius Junior now delivered, and we had how many goals?
3 goals.
You see how proud I am just talking about my team.
Well, that's football.
I'm telling you that we are going to carry this league. Don't worry, just wait. But in case we don't, we're going to show you people that there's a reason why we are Real Madrid. So there's a news here that Tottenham are looking to hijack Crystal Palace moves for Bilal El Kanon. So Palace wants the Leicester midfielder. So this guy plays for Leicester City, and we are now hearing that Tottenham wants to hijack. I don't like the word that they use here, hijack, because it's because Crystal Palace has been the one who has been chasing this guy, trying to buy. But even Crystal Palace has been chasing. I don't know what's Crystal Palace chased Ebere. Arsenal chased Ebere. Ebere was telling them clearly that he doesn't want to play for Crystal Palace, that he's going to Arsenal. Now Crystal Palace is chasing this guy. Bilal El
Kanon was playing for Crystal Palace.
Yes, no, Ebere. That one is Ebere was playing for Crystal Palace. No, he wasn't playing for Crystal Palace. He was playing for. He was playing for Crystal Palace. Ebere was playing for Crystal Palace. Yes, that's true. Ebere was. Now you know why they want this guy to be able to replace.
Ebere.
Yes. That's why they want this guy. They're trying to replace Ebere, but this guy from Leicester City, I don't know if this guy is actually going to be able to replace Ebere, because Crystal Palace, Ebere might not be Ronaldo, but Ebere is
an exceptional player.
And he was playing very well.
In the game of football, replacement is very difficult. Just like saying that you have a replacement for Ronaldo when he left Real Madrid. You just have players that will up their game because he's no longer there. They will play their best, but actually replacing a very good player is difficult in any team. So what you do, you just bring in a player that can give out his own best to cover up for the player that just left, but not actual replacement, because no two footballers can play the same way.
Yes, no two footballers can play. In fact, no two humans can play the same way, because no two footballers and no two humans. So we are going to cut this segment with that your statement, which is no two footballers can play the same way. So in essence, we are saying that it is literally impossible to place.
Yes, to have an exact replacement
Replacement
for
of any
player.
human being or anybody.
Yes.
But what we can do is either get somebody that can at least fill
Fill
that
in the
role,
space, yes.
but that person is going to play their own. Now, you know why I agree with you on this now. In as much as people are saying that Yamal is good and he might be a good replacement for Messi, but he's good, he's delivering, he's scoring goals, which is actually what counts because that's what generates the points that determines if your team is at each whatever position. But he's not Messi. He doesn't dribble like Messi. He doesn't have Messi's gameplay. But in all of this, he's a good player. He has his own pattern and he's scoring and he's actually bringing the team forward, which is very, very important, which is the most important thing in any team. So what we'll be doing right now is, you told me you wanted to tell me something, right? That thing you're going to tell me now, you're going to have to tell me after this or while we're on this break, because I think it's something that doesn't require our audience to hear yet. Yeah, so don't worry, we'll be right back after this very, very short commercial. All right, welcome right back there. This is still Sports Grill, and I'm still right here with MC Origi, and this is obradiofm.com, the art of sculpting without tracing, and you're listening to the voice of your able host, Big Chief. So the Chukwuemeka deal, I'm hearing that Chukwuemeka has been signed to Dortmund, and the deal has been concluded for around 55 million euros. Are you thinking that it's going to affect Chelsea in any way?
I don't think so. You will agree with me that Chelsea is the star-studded side, where I think for me they even have more players than required.
You know, they have Anselmo. Anselmo is on loan now. They've sold Chukwuemeka, so it's not going to affect him.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay, we have the likes of Palmer. Palmer is there. We also have.
It's a star-studded team. So.
Okay. Yeah. I say it's a star. So no, the only star-studded team I know is Real Madrid. I don't know any other star-studded team.
That's your opinion.
Well, that's my own opinion because I'm a fan of Real Madrid. So Nigerians are making us proud, but I just don't like the one that was it Boniface is having with this medical. Now they've sent him back to Germany, so we don't even know his fate in Germany as we even speak. If Leverkusen is going to take that as a big case to actually run their own medical or something, or like at this point, it's even safe for me to use the word that he's stranded.
I said it before when you brought up the issue that it's actually going to affect the psyche of the player, having maybe thank God for signing a new club, and then the next thing you hear this kind of information. It's really, really bad. It's really bad on the part of Boniface that he's going through this kind of situation after giving his best at Leverkusen.
So it's so strange because, like I said earlier, news like this is not something that we hear often. It's just like hearing that Yamal has moved from Barcelona, and then after they've signed the deal, he could not pass his medical. I haven't actually heard anybody not pass
for
their
a long
medical.
time. I've not heard for any big player. I don't know why it's happening to Boniface this time around. It's a sad news. For me, it's a sad news.
Well, wherever the case might be, because I was expecting that they are going to tell us the actual cause or whatever it is that the medical practitioners they saw that that denied him that advantage of being a part of the team. But regardless, whatever it is that they saw, there's nothing that cannot be fixed now. So obviously, if it's health related, he just has to take some precautionary measures to make sure that this kind of thing doesn't repeat itself.
Now, let me say something.
Okay.
That was a time one very good footballer in Nigeria, his name is Kanu Nwankwo.
Yeah.
Now, he had medical issues, heart related issue. A club signed him and worked on him, and he played for that club. So I am wondering why, in the case of Boniface, is becoming a
No.
different issue.
I beg to differ, but I still have to focus on what you. I have to point out what you said about Kanu Nwankwo. You know, another thing you should consider is the situation or the circumstances that led to whatever. For example, now if this thing you're saying now still happened to Messi, you know, Messi had some kind of a deformalities in his body, but he was playing for Barcelona there. He was playing. He started from their academy.
Yes.
Started from the academy. So they saw his potential in the academy. They took care of him. They treated him and his whole those. You know, he had some issues. He had like an inborn whatever.
Stunted
growth. So he had so many. He had some issues. So they worked on him. They took him for medicals and whatever. So it depends on the circumstances. And also, it would be proper if the player had actually informed the team earlier beforehand. For example, like everybody knew that Messi had that issue, and Barcelona still decided to go ahead because they saw his potential. But this case of Boniface is like we've already agreed that how much is your money? How much are we buying you? This. You were supposed to have at least understand that medical is a formality or a protocol that has to be followed. And you know this big club they respect it a lot. So at least if he'd have gone for his own medicals or if he was already aware to have told the club beforehand so that they will now know if he's to say, okay, if his 100 million we're giving to you, because of this whole thing, we're going to cut out this 20 million, we're going to do this to make sure that whatever it is, they're still going to work together with him and make sure he plays.
I agree with you. I agree with that.
So the circumstances also matter because, like you said, you talked about Kanu Nwankwo, right? Yeah. So the circumstances that was surrounding his own situation might not be the same. So, all right, this is Sports Grill. I'm moving forward. You know, the people who are pressing the right button, they've notified me that that we have some little time remaining, about 3 minutes. So this is where we call it a wrap. This is where we're going to say goodbye to all our lovely listeners and the audience all over the world. And don't forget, I'm not going to talk about Sports Grill and not make mention about our upcoming campaign or upcoming initiative. Yes, if you've been a participant or a viewer in all these our shows, you should be able or you should get used to hearing about this. Now I'm talking about the Chip Up Nigeria 30-30 fitness campaign and the Operation Keep Nigeria Fit. These are campaigns or workout campaigns or fitness campaigns which require you to do or just work out, do some exercises. The Shape Up 30-30 fitness campaign is all about what? Working out 30 minutes every day, and it runs from 1st of October to 30th of October. So working out 30 minutes for 30 days. That's just it. Is that hard? Is that something that you find very difficult
to shape up Nigeria? I think we're having to the development of Nigeria.
Yes, because if everybody participates in this and we are very healthy, I think most of the NCDs, so this heart problem we talked about now, is something that can actually be combated or curbed with regular exercises. 30 minutes, and that's okay. The Operation Keep Nigeria Fit every last Saturday of the month, and that declaration will be happening on the 27th of September. The gathering ground for these programs or for this campaign is Yakubu Gowon Stadium. That is if you're in Elekahia, if you're in Port Harcourt, River State, Nigeria. If you're around that environs, you can fly down. If you're in Nigeria, better. If you're not in Nigeria, okay. But if you can also, you also want to be a part of this event and you cannot make it down here, or you cannot come to the venue, what you have to do is make sure you keep streaming because I'll always be active. And then the show will always be active. We'll make sure to keep you updated with everything happening. And also, if you're a vendor, you want to exhibit your products, you want to be a part of this show, you want to be a part of this campaign by, and your own input might just be selling your goods, showcasing your stuffs. How? You can actually reach us and inquire and get your space. That's just it. All you have to do is call us or kindly send a WhatsApp message to. Can you please tell us? Can you please tell them the number to call? Do you know the number that they can actually get used to reach us?
Okay, Okay, I don't have it in mind. 081-4371-4093. I take it again. 081-437-14093.
All right, so that is it. And also, if you want to be a part of this what's happening here, probably by placing your advert, sponsorship request, just send an email to obradiofm.uk@gmail.com, and do well to follow us on our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at obradiofm. Follow, like, share, and subscribe. This is where we're calling the wrap, and this is where we say goodbye to you until we see you next time. Goodbye and peace out.
Keep on watching FTV, guys. Keep on listening to OB Radio FM, guys. The one station who broadcast good healthy lifestyle fitness things, guys. Keep on watching it. SLO Fitness here in Zimbabwe, guys. We also listen, also watch it, guys. Keep on watching. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah.